Hey everyone, it's Q of Eclectic Tarot, and I wanted to talk to you all about the Winter Solstice 2025, or the Summer Solstice if you are someone that lives in the Southern Hemisphere. But for this video, I am going to make reference to the Winter Solstice as I live in the United States, which is the Northern Hemisphere. Okay. So, with celestial bodies, there's always something going on. They're always moving astronomically, zodiacally, astrologically. It's the celestial movements at the 4 points or the four watchtowers that bring some of the biggest changes to our planet, i.e., the seasons. So, as we are in December of calendar year 2025, I am talking about the winter solstice. Now, just really quick, a solstice is an astronomical event in which our planet's poles are either further away or further toward the star that it orbits, with that star being our sun. It's what makes our days longer in the summer and shorter in the winter. Okay, solstices are twice a year in occurrence, the same as equinoxes are twice a year in occurrences. And solstices bring to us either summer or winter, depending on the hemisphere in which you reside. And equinoxes bring us either spring or autumn, again, depending on which hemisphere you reside. So, um, yeah, being that our solstices are defined by solar declination, again, more nerd talk, but I just have to say it. Summer for the Northern Hemisphere is marked solar declination reaching the Tropic of Cancer in the summer and Tropic of Capricorn in the winter. This is why in Western astrology, summer is marked by the sun's ingress or entrance into water sign Cancer, and winter is marked by the sun's ingress or entrance into earth sign Capricorn. Okay? Y'all still with me? Okay, we're about to get into the astrological energies. So, these energies are considered powerful times in astrology because there are major energy shifts, shifts of light, shifts of timing. Now, with the sun's changes into various signs, okay, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, it's worth taking a look at the energies that can play out for the 90 days, give or take, of that season. Okay. We're talking about world point energies. Okay. And this is why these ingresses, aka when the seasons change, this is why it's important. So that brings me to the December 2025 solstice. This December solstice occurred on Sunday, December 21st at 7:03 a.m. California time. Be sure to adjust the time for your location in the world. And because this is the December solstice, this is the sun's return to the earth cardinal sign of Capricorn. So the sun entered Capricorn at 0 degrees, 0 minutes at that time. Seasonal changes are portals. And this portal, just overall, is asking us to cut out the fat and prioritize, be responsible, be mature and disciplined so that we can build a better tomorrow for ourselves. Okay. The sun is in Capricorn at this ingress. And because the sun is in Capricorn, we have to look to the ruler of Capricorn, which is Saturn. So Saturn is always going to be important at the ingress of the sun in Capricorn because Saturn rules Capricorn. Okay. This year and for the past couple of years, Saturn is in Pisces. So we have energies that are talking about hard truth, energies telling us that we have to have the discipline to leave behind what needs to be left behind. Okay. Remember, I've been talking about the cosmic trash bag. Throw it all away, including the Lulu energies. Okay. It may be hard to release some of these things, but we must because, listen, we're this is the last time Saturn is going to be in Pisces. Okay. Saturn ain't gonna return again until 2052. Okay, so the cosmic trash bag is open. It wants all of us to do better. Okay. Looking at the chart, Saturn is ruling the moon and Mars. Okay. We see Mars and the moon in the second house. Okay, so they're in Capricorn as well at the time of this ingress. So Saturn is ruling them as well. Okay. Saturn is also ruling Pluto because Pluto is in Aquarius. Aquarius is ruled by Saturn. Okay. Now, Mars is dignified by exaltation in Capricorn, meaning that Mars has everything it needs to do its work. This is a good Mars. This Mars is structured. This Mars is disciplined. This Mars is hardworking. This Mars is ready to go the distance. It's like taking a Red Bull. Okay, it has the energy to get everything done. Okay. Determination, drive, hard work, sharpening your skill sets, action, courage, unwavering resolve are words to think about. This Martian energy is going to help us in taking hold of the reins and shaping our future. Now, unfortunately, the moon is in Capricorn. This is the sign of the moon's detriment. Some of you may be feeling panicked, detached, afraid, or anxious as it pertains to your life, as it pertains to what's going on at home, as it pertains to interactions with other people in your life, or at the state of things just overall. It may be good for you to focus on working towards creating and fostering an environment that makes you feel safe. So ask yourself, what does safety and security look and feel like to you? How can you work toward achieving that safety? Again, this is not the time to continue to feed any delusions. Saturn is requiring the moon, you and your emotions, to accept the realities of what's going on and to steady yourself. Practicality, reality, and clearing out the fog is going to be paramount. Okay. You cannot disassociate anymore. So use your tools to cultivate the best for yourself and for your family as long as it's anchored here on earth. Again, get rid of the delusions. And as this moon at the ingress is opposite retrograde Jupiter in Cancer, the ruler of Jupiter's transit in Cancer, which is the moon, is detriment in Capricorn. So again, you have to accept the realities of what's going on. You have to accept the realities of what's going on. Okay. It's time for you to tune in and build it better. Okay. So this is just really, really very, very general um astrological information about the 2025 Sun ingress into Capricorn, winter solstice in the northern hemisphere, summer solstice in the southern hemisphere, wherever this, it's really going to depend on where this is taking place in your personal chart. Okay. I'm just giving the general energies, things to think about, things to pay attention to for this winter solstice. Now, I do want to switch gears and take a look at the winter solstice 2025 and how it's interacting with things for us here in the United States. We're going to look at this chart from the position of Washington, D.C., because that is where the government for the country is located. Okay. All right. I have moved the chart to reflect Washington, D.C., and the winter solstice occurred again on December 21st, 2025 at 12:03 a.m. in Washington, D.C. Okay, and from the perspective of D.C., the sun's ingress into Capricorn, okay, is in the 12th house along with Mars and the moon, okay? Sun represents authority and rulership. Mars represents the military, war, oppositional forces, and conflicts. The moon represents the common people and where public attention focuses. So the 12th house is the house of things that are hidden, secret societies, prisons, recent news, spies, secret enemies of the country, as well as institutions that keep people hidden away. So, with that being said, this is showing us that leadership is possibly thinking about military action, especially detrimental, harmful actions being taken under the guise of something else, okay? Something else. I also think that based at looking at this chart, which is again set for Washington, D.C., something is going on with leadership. Something is going on with leadership. And the sun is representing the leader of a nation. So the emperor, the president, the prime minister, something is going on with leadership. Okay. I think that there are some secret enemies that the current president doesn't know about. Secret enemies opposed to the current president's leadership and actions. And from what I'm gathering, the United States mood and sentiments are focused on all of the things being kept and hidden from us. Okay. Again, the moon is detriment in Capricorn and the people. Okay. The moon is the people in a mundane chart. The people, the citizens of our country overall, I'm not talking about you yourself. I'm talking about the overall people, citizens of this country overall are not feeling good about the direction that the country is going in. Okay. Fear, anxiety, struggle, struggles as it pertains to leadership. These are real conversations right now. These energies are high right now. But I think that, the people of the country are really trying to figure out what to do and how to move forward because there are so many people in an uncomfortable position right now. Again, the moon is detriment in Capricorn. Okay. Now, Mars in Capricorn is fired up. Okay. Mars really likes being in Capricorn. Okay. Mars likes being here. Mars is exalted in Capricorn. And, something has to be done. Mars in Capricorn is ready to do something big, something bold, and action worthy. But the moon just can't really get it together right now. But the energy is restless. The energy is absolutely restless. Okay. Another thing I want to comment on with the sun in the 12th house, how the 12th house is places that are hidden, hospitals, secret societies, prisons, and stuff like that. I'm wondering if there are some secret hospital visits or hidden health information as it pertains to the current sitting president. I'm just, I have to look at the chart in front of me. So that's where I'm getting this from. Okay. So, it's just a question. It's just a question. Now, if we look at the first house here, we will see that Pluto in Aquarius is in the first house. And this is showing us the identity of the country. Okay. Identity, ideal of the country. Things are ready to be destroyed so it can be reborn. Okay. I also think that this is the force with which we are being inundated with AI. Like the AI push it's at astronomical levels right now. It's in every browser. Um, it's in Canva, it's in every browser. I can't forget what I was doing the other day. I was doing something the other day and I had to keep clicking like no, no AI, no AI. Like it's being pushed on us. Operating systems, our phones, customer service. There are AI musicians. AI musicians. So it's taking over creativity that's done by humans. There's even an AI political cabinet member. Okay, you can go and check that. The country of Albania. I'll let you go check that. So remember the tech bros that were conjunct the sun at the 2025 presidential inauguration? Yeah, this is part of that. So the people are looking for transformation and change, but then we have the other side of this. The AI is being pushed on us so much. It's personally, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I don't want no AI. I don't want AI to this levels. Okay. The AI is being used to make decisions as far as people's YouTube channels. They're using it to make decisions. They're having the AI interview people for jobs instead of HR and the hiring managers. It's ridiculous at this point. It's ridiculous at this point. So yeah, this is a continuation of that from the 2025 presidential inauguration. Now, Neptune Neptune and Saturn are in a loose conjunction in the second house. So we are still seeing a lot of the blurring of what is real and what is not real. And the levels are high. Okay. Next year, 2026, we're going to have an exact conjunction of Saturn and Neptune. But I think we're almost at the height. I think we're almost at the peak of mass delusion, um, and not knowing what's real and what's not. Okay. So yeah, I just want y'all to think about that. This is why we've been seeing so much of it. Okay. So Jupiter is retrograde here in the sixth house. Remember, we're looking at the Washington, D.C. chart, and Jupiter is being ruled by a detrimental Capricorn moon. Okay. Jupiter rules justice, judges, banks, and wealth. Now we can see, okay, we can see the US dollar has lost its value. The US dollar is not the powerhouse coin that it once was. It's not. I think I just read an article. I'm not sure how true it is or not. I think I just read an article that the Russian um monetary, I don't know, is it a Russian ruble or whatnot? I think I just read that their money is gaining strength. Okay, so I'll let y'all sit and think about that. Many people are also wondering where the adults are. Where are the adults here in the United States? Who is going to lawfully follow the law and do something about the BS that's happening? Okay. So this snapshot is also showing us how, as an institution overall, the U.S. government is weakened because again, Jupiter Jupiter is in Cancer, but at the time of this ingress, Jupiter is in Capricorn. I mean, I'm sorry, the moon is in Capricorn. Moon don't like it there. And you can see that it's opposite Jupiter. So this is also the people opposing a lot of what's going on governmental wise. Okay. Okay. Um, the government is weakened, or is the government running the way that it was supposed to? I'll let you sit with that. Okay. So many people are having to sit uncomfortable with the truth of what's going on, what's not going on. Now, Uranus is retrograde down here in the fourth house in Taurus. So we have instability as it pertains to food, resources, housing, money, and jobs. Okay. I also think that between the time of the solstice and the Aries ingress, which is happening in March, we may see some type of severe weather here in the United States. I'm not going to say it's going to be a natural disaster, but we may see some more severe weather because Uranus's instability, surprise happenings, and shakeups. Okay. Uranus is at 28 degrees, is retrograde, but Uranus is at 28 degrees. So that's we're getting to that critical degree point. Okay. I also think that as the fourth house is opposite the 10th house, I also think that some people are ready to revolt. Some people are ready for revolution. I have been seeing more and more online people pretty much saying that the only way to fix things here in this country is to revolt or to get rid of this system and start over because you can't repair shit like this. You can't repair it. It has to be broken down and it has to be it just need to do over. Just Just burn the whole thing down and start over. So again, I'll let you sit and think about that energy. Now, Mercury is here in the 11th house in Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Okay, Mercury doesn't like being in Sagittarius. Mercury is detriment in Sagittarius. So the 11th house is the government overall, as in legislative branch, Senate, House, Congress, like that. So with Jupiter ruling Sagittarius, the energy as it pertains to foreign affairs, what are we doing as it pertains to our allies? What are we doing with foreign affairs? Mm-hmm. 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 And, Mercury is our planet of communications. So the media, newspapers, TV shows, the internet, all that. CCOT, 60 Minutes, CCOT news story over the past day and a half, 2 days. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Is this state controlled media? State controlled media? Okay. That 60 Minutes is pretty much being banned here in the United States. Okay. CBS is out here copyright striking people who are trying to show the information. Now I get it, it's your intellectual property, but the people need to see. People need to see and understand what's going on, because what the government does, it affects all of us, especially if you travel. Okay, if you travel outside of the United States, you are an American. Okay. And what our government does, it reflects on you when you travel outside of the United States. They don't care if you black, you white, whatever. You are an American, and you're going to be an American who obviously, quote unquote, likes what's happening, because this country loosely voted for a second term of the current sitting president. Okay. So yeah, a lot of this is no different than state controlled media. Some of this has been happening before, in other, presidential administrations, right? But I have to look at the snapshot of what's going on right here, right now. Okay. Again, the energy is ripe for revolution and change, but who gonna kick it off? Okay. Yeah, so definitely pay attention to the media outlets between now and the Aries Ingress 2026. Okay, as well as our interactions with other nations. Now, Venus is in Sagittarius, but Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, that's currently retrograde and attached to a detrimental moon. So, overall, as a nation, we are looking at values. What do we value? What do we love? What do we value? We're looking at the values and morals of our elected officials. Okay, we're looking more closely at who is funding them. Are you being funded by blood money? Are you being funded by APAC? Are you taking bribes? And then we got Pluto. Okay, Pluto is trining Uranus. Okay, is the trine going on? The energy is set for major change and revolution. The question is, what is going to be the spark, if at all? Okay, will revolution ever happen? We have to see. I have to see what's going to happen here in this country, just like you do. Okay, Uranus is also sextile Saturn and Neptune. Okay, transformation is ready to happen. But overall, the people of this country can no longer be delusional. You cannot sit in this delulu any longer and pontificate about what has to be done, what needs to be done. Okay. Jupiter here is trining Saturn and Neptune, and then Venus is squaring Saturn and Neptune, the heights of delusion, and questions again about morals and values. Okay. National conversations. And we can see more of it now because of social media. So, overall, with this ingress, the energetic stage is set for major transformation and change in this country. But we have to continue to be, and I say we as in the people of this country, we have to continue to be uncomfortable because being uncomfortable is going to push us to realize that shit can't stay like this. Okay. The question is the United States, its ideals, its foundation, the social structures, the system setups in place, is the USA ready to transform into something else? And will that something else be for the better for the people? Okay. So I will let you sit with that and think about it. So yeah, let me know what you think about this. Let's get a conversation started in the comment section. Okay. What energies from this video are you thinking about? Does anything worry you, or are you feeling optimistic about change? Change that potentially will come. Okay. So let's get the conversation started. I'm gonna get out of here. As always, thank you so much for watching. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to this channel. Please consider supporting this channel. Likes and subscribes are free. If you like this information and you would like to bless me with a cash app, that would be wonderful too. Or a super thanks, something like that. That would be wonderful too. I'm bringing this energy to you all so you can understand what's going on and see the energetic snapshot for the next 90 days. So I love y'all. I love y'all very, very much. I'm going to see y'all in the next video.